Hello, I have a couple of objectives today. One of them is to remind you of important resources in Schoology. I just want to make sure that everybody is using Schoology to its potential. First of all, let's not forget we have messages up here. If you click on this envelope, you will see the messages that have been sent to you, and you can send individual private messages to other students and your teachers. So please be checking those. I know I send messages, and I'm sure the other teachers are doing it as well. Also, let's not forget over here, you have updates. Um, it's like Facebook. If you've ever seen Facebook, it's like your feed in Facebook. And you should be checking those updates for all of your classes every day. That's where we post announcements that we want everybody to see. My screen looks different from what yours will look like because I'm the teacher that owns this page. But you will see, if you look on your updates, you'll see this, which is my roadmap for the week. And you can actually see what we're doing every day this week. And if you keep scrolling, you can ignore all of these repeats. Those are there because I teach 6 classes. You could see my announcement that I made about Flex Day number 2. Not that that matters anymore. I really wanted to point out this update that I posted, which is a reminder of how to use the online textbook. I really want to start utilizing the online textbook more and more as we move forward. And actually, starting today, you are going to be doing a lesson in there. So, if you want some reminders about how to use it, you could go to updates and read these. I'm going to keep those there. For now, I'm going to show you where that link is. Go back to materials, and you would scroll down on my page that has all the folders, and you'll see the link for the online textbook. Hopefully, you've all used this. Your login is the same as it is for logging onto a laptop at school. It's your last name, first 3 initials, and then your password is your student ID number. If anybody has any issues using those credentials, please message me on Schoology. I brought home all of the information, all of the codes and everything that I've assigned to everybody. So I'm going to log in. But before I do, I want to show you, if you're doing this on a phone, there are a couple things you need to do. You're going to see this if you're getting on a phone. And this right here, if you click on that, it will open the book in whatever your browser is, whether it's Google or Safari, whatever. I recommend that you do that because if you're in the Schoology app, you're probably not going to be able to view the book in the app. You're going to need to send it out to your browser. And I also recommend that you enable pop-ups on whatever device you're using, whether it's a phone or a desktop computer. All right, so I'm going to log in. I already have my stuff saved. And it takes you to this page where you'll choose the module. The module that we are on now is the Industrial Age, Module 20. So I'm going to open that, and then I'm going to click on Student eBook. This will take me right to the book for that module. This is your table of contents up here. So if you click on that, you can choose whatever module you want. You can choose whatever lesson you want. So today's lesson is to start at the beginning, but maybe on a different day I say, hey, read lesson 2 of module 20. Then you would go down here and click lesson 2 and it'll take you straight to it. So that's the fastest way to navigate. And then if you click on it again, it'll go away so that you see the book in full view. You can have the computer or your phone read this to you. So if you're somebody who concentrates better when someone's reading to you, you can click play audio up here and it will just start reading the book and you can follow along. And another thing you can do is take notes up here if you click the notes tab. If you click more, you'll also see that it will highlight the words as it reads to you if you want that to happen. You want to make sure your audio is on, especially if you're going to want to be read to, and then you can decide if you want it to highlight as it reads or not. And I'm just going to click that to get rid of it. So today you're going to be reading about the Industrial Age. You're just going to be doing one section of this. You'll just scroll through and read it like you would any book. And then when you get to videos, I want you to watch them. You just click here and it'll show the video. And then when it's done, you close the video, you come back here, and you keep on scrolling. You'll see these reading checks, and I would like you to please type in answers to these checks as you go. You're not going to be able to check for the right answer until you type something in here. So I'm going to type this one in. It asks, what two engineering feats made it possible to build taller buildings to increase city populations? I'm going to type in steel frames and elevators. Spoiler, that's the right answer. And now you can see that I can click check to see if I was right. And I was. Steel-framed buildings could bear more weight and height. The elevator allowed safer, easier access to upper floors of buildings. And these will stay here unless you delete them. It'll be there the next time I log in. It is so nice. And then I'm just going to keep on going. Okay, I understand what I'm doing. I'm going to read this. I'm going to look at the timeline, which is interactive, by the way. Most of these graphics are interactive. You can just click on whatever you want. And then there's another check here. I could type in an answer. When you get to the bottom, when you can't scroll any further, you're just going to turn the page by clicking on this arrow. You can go forward or back. I'm going to go forward. In today's lesson, I'm asking you to continue on to this page. Keep on reading. Type in your responses. That's all the further this goes. So I'm going to click one more time to turn this page. And I'm going to keep reading. There's a picture of a mill that's in Pittsburgh. Pretty cool. There's another video here. It's a really cool video that shows how steel is made. It's awesome. I worked in a steel mill, and I will tell you, it is an interesting place to work. If you know anyone that works in a steel mill, you should talk to them about it, have them tell you about what that's like. Type your answer in there again. Keep on reading. There's a really cool animated video here of how a refrigerated railroad car works. You're going to watch that today as well. Keep on scrolling, type your answer in there. And when you get to the bottom here, cause and effect, this is the last thing that you'll do today before you do your check for understanding quiz. That's where you'll stop. Now, notice throughout the book you'll see these reminders to use a graphic organizer to take notes. You can do that. I am not requiring it, but you certainly can do that. And if you want to do that, it's down here. Click on this and it brings up the graphic organizer. As you're learning things throughout the book, throughout the section, throughout the chapter, you can fill in information in these graphic organizers and it'll save it for you. And then to close it, you just go back here and close it again. So that's kind of like keeping a notebook like you would in a classroom. I hope this helps. We really need to utilize this book. It's going to be the foundation of many lessons for the rest of our time in quarantine. So if you have any issues, please message me on Schoology.